Alright, welcome back everybody. So it's a really good thing that I made this save before I killed Silvertongue, because I ran out of storage space out of nowhere. So I guess we're just gonna kind of pick up where we left off. Make sure we have that beacon down. I don't really need these anymore. So first thing we're doing, go ahead and take care of them. And now we just go right back up. And I need to get to them. I think that was the one we needed. This dungeon was almost done. I just had to hop up a few times, and that's pretty much it. I think. I don't remember exactly. So I think that last episode was like 16 or 17 minutes. It was incredibly short, but you know, that was just kind of an accident that just sort of happened. I had to move a lot of files around and things, but that should be resolved now. Should get the usual hour out of this one. And we're done here. That was the secret. Yes, that loot didn't change. None of that was any good. And in here, there was, well, yeah, there's nothing in here. So Hermit's Isle is complete, and we're gonna go north from here. So we have to just walk out of this area. It's gonna take a second to get there, but the next one, where's the door? Ah, there we go. So the next thing on the list is Paradise Valley. That one won't be hard almost at all. It's a couple of dragons, some hydras, basically some Armageddons, and some strafing runs, and we're done. No dungeons there. So it should be pretty smooth. I can't see anything that could go wrong. I'm also pretty sure they were already dead, but hope we didn't miss anything. We shouldn't have. Anyways, traveling north. Gonna spawn directly at some titans right here, I think. Roads nuts. Oh. Maybe I should make a map. Right, so if we go north right here, it's dragons. It doesn't matter. See, I finally got around to fixing my keybinds, and then that I'm just so used to how the keybinds used to be that now it's just not normal. We should be safe here. There we go. There's some movement. Very first thing, I want to get our power up and start with the Armageddons. Armageddons are going to clear out a lot of our issues. The Titans are immune, and the Gold Dragons are immune. I don't know that there are any Gold Dragons, but they have the potential to spawn here, and if they do, we'll just have to go take care of them. But that should take care of the majority of our problems. And now we just mop up a couple dragons. Get to the world, it's like right here. So there's at least one gold dragon. He might have had some loot. A Hydra, some more dragons. There we go. Now this section is cleared. Yes, cool. There's a couple packs of Titans, and we're done here. Blackshire will be up next. We're also going to go ahead and get some level ups while we're in the area. This is the only place that we can level up anymore. So while we're here, may as well. We've probably gotten at least a couple of levels. We have the trainers and very high ranks in learning. So these these monsters that give a lot of experience are giving a lot of extra experience. And even just a couple could help out. Probably just keep pumping up our learning so we can level up even faster. I don't have any future plans just yet for this party, but in the off chance that I do continue to do something or other with them, well, actually there's one thing. So I'm gonna save the experience points because there's one thing I want to try. I want to see if the axe dagger combo will work. I think that it will, and if it doesn't, I'll figure some way out to make the 4 Knights party better, because 4 Knights is practically the worst party you can get. You know, maybe 4 Paladins is arguably worse. But I mean, they're so neck and neck. It's the second that you just simply don't have dark magic, you're already looking at a bad party. And then the second you're looking at no magic at all, or, well, back it up a little bit. The second you're looking at no elemental magic, you have no utility, and that's just a pain. We're going to be relying on Wind Masters to get around, and Gate Masters, so we have no access to Lloyd's Beacon. Because even if you don't have mirror magics, as long as you have elemental magic with Lloyd's Beacon, you're still viable. But so we're getting rid of an easy access to haste. Have to use potions. No fly, have to use NPCs. No town portals, so NPCs again. Anything that we can't just pay somebody to do for us is pretty much just not going to work. It's just very unfortunate, you know? I've always had magic, and typically I have magic, you know, all the teleporting type magics very, very early on. But not this time. Oh, it's late. Oh wow, we got a lot of experience. Very nice. July 1st. Go ahead and sell a couple of things. I can't imagine we picked up anything super valuable anywhere that we were. I already have water. Do. I don't know if that's worth anything. It's not worth anything. We're gonna have to get rid of these gongs. They just take up too much space. And sell a couple of things. We can keep going. None of this is worth anything. Oh, we already have one. Fantastic sword. That is the best sword in the game. Of the dragon, the 25 might's fantastic. For whenever it's relevant, but even if the 25 might is irrelevant like it is now, 10 to 20 fire is still the best you can get. Inferno is 3 to 18, and everything else is pretty much derived from 3 to 18. Acid has the potential to be argued that it's better, but not really. Fewer things are resistant to acid. Why is everything dead? Did we already do this? I suppose it's a chance, but oh. Huh. I'll play through, I suppose. Huh. Very strange. Well, I mean, I guess anything that could have been dealt with Armageddon's already dealt with, so saves us a little bit of time. I'll take it for what it is. It's not a big deal by any means. I mean, unfortunately the run died with the whole snurgle thing. So if this were to become a speedrun category, then I guess it would probably be done from level 1, and then you would just have to make sure that the snurgle thing is done correctly, so you have the key. But all the townspeople are... Oh, yeah. I feel like I should have noticed that at some point, but I didn't. Oh well. Some of the dragons are dead, but probably not all of them. Those dragons, but the lizards, they're the weakest type of dragon. With pretty heavy air quotes around that. They're dragon kind of in name only. After them, it's probably drakes or worms, and then the other one, either the drakes or the worms, whichever one. So did we get that already? not much else here. And then you get into actual dragons. Drakes can fly, but they're pretty weak, and worms are a little bit... They're a little strong, but they don't fly, so they're easy to deal with. Let's go over here. Got him. Elementals are some of my least favorite things to fight. At lower levels, they're pretty annoying to fight. They're just not fun. Not like dragons or goblins or humanoid type things. You guys all survived. Is there anything over here? This is the edge of the world. Okay. The well's empty. So this little area right here is the last of them. Good to go. And we continue to the east. Next up would be Freehaven, I think. Yes, so we're just going to teleport there so we can maintain all of our buffs. Okay. First thing, I'm going to go and grab these guys. We're going to need them. And a few Armageddons here and there. Everything in the overworld should be dead. Maybe the archers are still standing, but probably not. Definitely after 6 Armageddons. So the first thing we should deal with is the sewers. Was this house you can get in. You can get into several of them, but we're going to use this one. This map is very large, but we should be able to get through pretty easily. This shouldn't be any puzzles, it's just acolytes and rats. So, there's the key that we may need. This is... Don't know what this is. Acolytes? Yeah. Exit. Alright. If this were a speedrun category, I'd be a little bit interested to know what the optimal route for doing this. Can I imagine flying through the overworld is likely faster than walking through all this? Oh, the rogues, I forgot about them. Nothing. Okay. We probably get all of them in one inferno. Rats are very much a non-enemy. They're just a little too weak for me to really care about. But we have to. There's not much to do down here in the sewers. It's a super low-level dungeon that I just never do. If you're level 1, then sure, the XP's fine enough for what it is. But in the bigger picture, it's not really worth doing. Doesn't even look like we've ever finished exploring it. Another exit. Nothing here. Trash heap, in case you want to poison yourself. I'm just glad to start getting, stuff that's a little more straightforward. No super complex dungeons, no crazy puzzles, none of that. I don't want to deal with all that. I just need to make a sweep through the southern bits. And this will be done. On to the next one. If we didn't have blasters, I think this would be a lot more difficult, but the next dungeon, we'll put that to the test, because the next dungeon is the control center. It's got all the robots and things in it. So that has the potential to be pretty awful, but we'll see how bad it is. I think we should be able to mow everything down. We have 3 divine interventions in case anything goes wrong, but I can't foresee that being a problem. And just like that, we're done here. So, I'm just going to teleport out to the control center. We should heal up first. That's also a very dangerous click, given that our reputation is so bad. I never thought that might be counted as a castle, but if your reputation is notorious and you go to a castle, you go to jail, you waste a year, and by the nature of a year passing, most things reset. And that was also the basis for how I was printing XP and money. You could clear out Paradise Valley, Dragon Sand, and Hermit's Isle. And whenever you're done, you have several levels. And it's really not too hard to do. Hopefully this doesn't go poorly. So far so good. This dungeon's a little high level, but not terrible. And if we need more blaster rifles, we can pick them up. We had a blaster here somewhere earlier, but I got rid of it. The blaster rifles are worth hanging on to, but regular standard blasters really aren't. They're easier to get than the blaster rifles because they're not quite so far into this really hard dungeon. But as soon as you have blaster rifles, just use the blaster rifles. They're more than infinitely better. Now there's 8 blaster pistols, and I imagine the thought was, you could use 2 of them. For whatever reason, you would want to use 2 of them. But then that wasn't a feature. Can't do that. And so if you can't do that, then it's not really much of a point in having all 8 of them. So Terminators are the hard ones. When we came through here the first time, I'd be willing to bet that we kind of speed run this and didn't actually fight a whole lot of stuff. Even though we probably could have if we would have just used haste. Because see, with haste, this is super easy. Without haste, that's where things get a little difficult. Then I guess they can eradicate us, but they probably won't. There we go. They can break our gear, but it's only the Terminator. Oh, there you go. 5d5 plus 12. Yeah, that's about right. Just gotta focus down the Terminators. What is in this direction? Ah, the second floor. Okay. This little section here is not fun. It's not the hardest room in the dungeon, but once we get to the hardest room, it's not that it's gonna be hard, it's just the potential that it could get really annoying really fast goes up. Because the worst thing that can happen to us at this point is we just get really inconvenienced by some kind of status effect, including eradication. Like, the worst thing that they can do to us is eradication, or if they somehow broke all 4 of our guns. That would also be a little on the annoying side, but frankly it's easy to repair guns and cure eradication. Not that either one's hard to deal with, it'd just be, the most annoying thing they could do. I don't even know if these guys are worth that much experience. What would be the benefit to dual wielding pistols? Nothing here.